Renata, and I'm coming here to present you some strategies how to build a brand in a way that you can connect the sustainability into the core business and not do the other way around, but focus mainly on the design. That's in my focus, the most important part if you started in a brand. Of course, you need the marketing to do that. I came from the marketing background. I'm an advertiser, and I did my master in sustainable fashion. So that's the reason that when I start to do this, I always try to put the strategy to the sales strategy first and after the design, and not the way around. But the design is the most important part. It's not just a sustainability approach. Sustainability needs to be in the marketing, in the design. So, starting with a quotation, I would say in your relationships with humans, the ones who are most interesting are those who have a rawness to them, a fragility. That's my idea of what luxury should be. Not luxury. This is a website, and you can search a little bit later. And what it means is, I think everyone heard about when someone says this person or this product or this material, this textile is different. Why is different? It is just a word? No, has something unique, something that brings exclusivity, something that brings emotional. And I'm not talking still about how do you sell this yet. But first of all, you touch, you see it, you like it, and after, what does it's made for? It's not all the way around. This is made of that. How do I sell, and how do you produce? That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's what is right or it's wrong. That's the way I did, and that's the way I believe. So I'm starting a little bit with the history about luxury. So the luxury marketing comes a few years ago. When you talk about Chanel, you know that she started as a hat designer, but she was a seamstress. So that time, when she saw the opportunity to start her career, starting from the right target, she thought like this: I'm gonna sell less hats, but I wanna sell for this target. Why? Because I wanna put a price a little bit up. If I sell less, I'm still in the right target. And she was quite right. She was going the high society. She was going with people that has the money that she wants to sell these hats. And she was lucky enough to find people around her that was able to buy also. So, luxury meaning, the word luxury comes from the Latin, and it means luxus, the debauchery. It means something that is more than just attractiveness. It's something that's untouchable, something that is, how would you describe that? Something that you want it, but you know that you're gonna have to work a little bit to get it. But you can get it, anyone can get it. But you just need to focus always, who is your target? So luxury, it belongs to ownership. When you want something that it is considered a luxury product, it is more about yourself. I want to buy this bag, I want to buy this jewelry, I want to buy these shoes, I want to buy this car, or I want to travel to this place, I want to have this bicycle, I want to have this. Why? Because that's mine, I work for that, and I want to pay for that. What I get from this, I get the ownership that this is mine. This is difficult to get it. And why is difficult? Because someone creates the whole branding behind, and the focus was to get this product. So after a while, when into sustainability approach, you get the shift, and the shift goes for experience. It is not a product anymore. You can get a luxury product that is an experience. An example, it is when you go to a very, very fancy hotel We have one that I'm going to show a little bit later in France that calls Hotel Foucault. Everything that they have there, from the textile to the glasses, from the taxis, everything is sustainable. They are expensive, they are, but this is sustainable experience. You don't get the hotels anymore. You are not owner of this product. You go there to have a good time and experience this feeling. It's still a money spent. It's still your own work that you decide, your decision to go there and spend this money. However, it is an experience. And sustainability nowadays is becoming. You just needed to put this experience on your product and trying to join. So, ownership before, it was personal luxury. As I said, you buy a product, you feel owner, and it's yours, it's personal. And the experience is experimental. You don't get it, you don't take home, it's not yours, but you still make a lot of advertising about what you just use it. It is still there. The hotel is there, a car that you just did driving, like a Porsche day, you do it, or a soft drink that you tasted is there until you buy it. Luxury as a culture. So usually you have the company, the founders, and the country where they came from. The most important thing about the company and the founders, when you go to the fashion industry, you see related with France, Italy, and England. The whole clothes are very related with the founders. For example, when you see Armani has a big line on his companies. However, his companies has different segments, different targets, and that's the way he tried to give this dream of his name, Armani Exchange, the bottom one. After you go to Armani Private, Armani, Giorgio Armani, so you should have his name in all of them, and you feel, okay, I can be owner of one of these products. It is separating the products, separating your targets, and targeting product. I'm not saying that this is correct also because there are other brands that didn't succeed with this. However, some they do. Oops. Sorry. So, as I said, luxury in France. Luxury in France, when you see the word of reference, as I described, you have timeliness, you have heritage, and I would add classic, and the famous art de vivre. So when you think about people that really, really like to go to France and people that say French style, they are really, really classic. They really like products that lasts a lot. And if you see the designers, they are the same. Luxury in Italy. Hedonist, pleasure, dolce vita. So if you see the way Italians live, they try to expose the way they live on their clothes. They are a little bit more, not so classic. They are more modern. They use it, they try, they like colors. They are not black, white, and gray like Parisians. They really like different textiles and materials. Italian, they are just not as English, but they are, I would say, the first step to go a little bit out of the classic style. Luxury in England, so they are not afraid about anything. They try everything. English people, I think, they are the most brave in fashion that you could see. It's colors, it's textiles, it's layers, and new designers, old designers. It's everything together. They really enjoy edgy, a lot of punks, and in Germany also. And elegant, of course you have it. You just need to put the things together in the way that looks good. And the sentence that I would say in England, it is layers and layers and layers. You just put one thing on top of the other and it's all fine. In Germany, innovation. Germans like everything that is practical, innovative, and I would say logic. Unfunctional, I forgot that. So, yeah, so of course, doesn't matter if it is beautiful, it's practical, but it is not adequate for the weather that is outside. You need to put the right place, the right jacket, the right shorts, the right top, and the right socks. That's I learned here. And quality. What I can see living here for a while is in Germany, when you have these three characteristics, the price is not important anymore. Because Germans can pay, but you have to have the quality, the practicity, and the innovation, and the logic on the way out with the price, of course. But if it is not, it's not long lasting, the price, it's not good. And you see for products, for example, cars, for example, watches, and jackets. Wolfskin is an example. It's everything of this. And I'm not discussing about the design. I'm discussing that everyone has. If everyone has, they are doing something right. Doesn't mean if it is my target or not, something they are doing right. You need to follow people that are doing right. Even if you are not your target, it takes something on the whole marketing, on the whole business, on the whole design. There is something that you can get to your own business. And naturalisch, made in Germany. Luxury Netherlands. Why I put Netherlands? Because Netherlands is very, very famous as a country that follows really strongly sustainability, and in my opinion, is a country that has many business with a circular economy and sustainability, with a sustainability approach. Modest, rational, and a kind and a type of refinement. The way they dress up in Netherlands is a bit different from Germany, is a bit different from all the other countries as much as you compare with Paris. They do not they don't make too much effort. They just put things together in a way that looks good. But that's the way, so don't dress to impress. So the art, oops, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. 9. Okay, the art of luxury branding. Dream. If you do not have a dream, how do you think that you're going to get something? You have a dream for everything that you want in life. If you want to get this job, if you want to get this bag, if you want to get on this university, you want to buy this car. The luxury brand works with the dream. It works with what you really most wanted. And they work with your brain, with psychology, how you vision the brand, how they communicate what they want to tell you in a product, how they sell this. Personal dreams. As I said, everyone has your personal dream. Personal employers. What is this? It's the brand, the luxury brands, when they have the employers, they have their own dreams also. However, the brands try to promote and give a little bit to them exactly because they work inside. And for them, it's a reward to say to the world, I work in this company. So it still become not his personal dream to work there, but it's the employer's dreams to stay there and show that he's working in this company. And why? Because it becomes his reality. Personal investors. So the investors, that's another story. The investors in luxury brands, it's more related to what you can give to them. So if you have a product that sells enough, it is good enough, and it's getting a reputation, and at the same time, it is showing that it has a potential, you can get an investor. And what the investor wanted, get more money. The only thing that they like is the numbers at the end. And you needed to give all the way around to show that this product is better than all the other ones in the market. How to measure this dream? How do you know that your product is good enough for someone really want it? Luxury, there is no potential market. There is no less or more. You focus on where is your market, on the 50, on the 70%, and that's what it is. It's never going to be less than this. And as soon as you focus on the market size, you can never get down. And this goes with the price. When you see a sales in a luxury brand, it was always included before, always. And why they put things on sale? Because they still want to sell a little bit part of this dream as a key ring, as a wallet, as a scarf, but the brand is there. It still sells something for a person that is not able to buy a bag, a 10,000 euros bag, but can buy a scarf for 3,000, or can buy a wallet for 300. And when this is on sale in an outlet, it is still all the way around. They have a very big stock, they need you to get out, but they cannot go down too much. If you put your price premium, it's gonna be premium until the end. You're just gonna put down as a discount if it's a special occasion, unless you put your dream in another way around. If I wait for 3 months working to buy this product, and 7 months later, I saw the same product that I did this amount of work to buy for 50% off, it is not valuable anymore. It is not time for sales. If it is not time for sales, why your product is on sale? Just because you have too many. Yes, you have too many, but use these too many on the right time, on the sales time. Not every time because you made a new collection. Don't make new collections. That's why we are here about for sustainability. It's better to make 10 pieces than 300 pieces. Stay with these 10 pieces, working on it, trying to sell for the same price that you started, focus on your target, and when is the time, the right time for sales, you put these products on sale. Maybe in the next year, maybe in 2 years when you change your collection. It depends on your timetable. So, what is luxury? Mainly craftsmanship and quality. So 48%, it is about quality, exclusivity, timeless, and brand visibility. So when you see that, it is all about uniqueness. It is all about that's what I can do, that's best I can have. Nobody has this, or a few people has this. The other gets down at 20%. And the sustainability increased from 2013 to 2014 from 80% to 13%, which was a good approach. But you will still need to increase this amount because it's too down compared with all the other percentage. And my question was always like this: why sustainability is not very interested for luxury market? That's the reason that at the beginning I started with these lectures, because I was studying and I said, okay, I want to have a product that is craftsmanship, and I want to put this on a target a little bit higher, in a premium price. But how do I do that? If a lot of craftsmanship, it is divided in 3 segments. So the 3 segments is souvenirs, decoration, and premium. If you put your product in craftsmanship between the souvenirs and close to the souvenirs, you're too cheap. You don't have value. If you put your product in the middle between the souvenirs and the interior decoration, you're going to have a good product. You're still close to the souvenirs. But if you put your product between the interior decoration and the premium, you are getting close. So I made a big research about sustainable bags when I was searching about the price of mine. And I just discovered that most of the people, the brands around the world, in London, in India, and in Europe, in UK, they use the premium price. So they follow this. I don't want to be a souvenir. I'm not interior decoration. And if I have to be between souvenir and interior decoration, I go up. So there is no bags. There is craftsmanship, and want to be premium for less than 150 euros. Just to give you an idea, and goes until 400, 500 euros. If you go in pounds, in UK, it goes a little bit more, but I'm just talking about in euros. Anatomy of luxury. So the ownership, the experience that I said, so you flip it over from the owner to the experience, and you have your personal luxury, or a luxury car, or experimental luxury. Here I give some examples. As I said, here we have some cars, BMW, Porsche, and others. Here is the Foucault in Paris. It's the hotel that is everything is sustainable there. They create their own honey on top, on the roof. They use the yogurt pods as a glass inside of the hotel. They have chargers for electric cars. They work with taxis, all sustainable. Everything, all the textiles inside of the hotel. But yeah, the price is a bit high also, 800 euros per night. This is just an example of how you can use a kind of a big boat with solar panels, and use this in a different way. This is a boat that was traveling around the ocean just with the solar energy. Was an experiment from a guy, but now he's trying to commercial this project. So luxury, it's about DNA and codes. It's an unnecessary dream sustained by a strong marketing strategy. It's not just about the product. So here you have some words from the couturier to the creative image officer. That's the word that we were before when you start as a designer, as a fashion designer. So when Chanel started, she was a couturier. Nowadays, Michael Jacobs is a creative image office. It's the same, it's just a different name. They change to become a little bit different, but it's all the same. And this shows why they do that. They need to change. They need to improve. People like changing. Some no, but people like it. And the word couturier is French. It looks cool, looks traditional, but looks a little bit old-fashioned. And fashion and old-fashioned, it's not the right word to go together. Luxury symbols. What is this DNA? What is this code besides in the medicine? So, DNA, I divided in some words that you're gonna find later in a brand that I separate, and we have a video for you to try to find out these codes and this DNA. The DNA of a brand is a heritage. What you came from, what's the owner, who is the founders, what they started, loyalty, what they want with this brand, what their aim, their vision, founders. So the founders go to the heritage, but when you go to Burberry, the Burberry has their founder, but the heritage is related with the queen. So that's the difference. Engagement. Are they engaged with some social aspect? Are they just doing something different? What they carry? The identity. The codes. Visual expression. How do you promote your brand in a way that you can see the brand before you even know it? For a color, for a logo, for a package, for anything. You can see miles away, that's this. Like a blue box from Tiffany. If you keep the box there, miles away you know that it's Tiffany. Why? Because it's blue. That's a code. Aesthetics. How this brand goes on the way that shows the owner, the designer, on the aesthetics of the brand. How this shows that this is a black jacket from Chanel. How does it show that this is a shoe from Louboutin? Maybe the color from the sole. Emotions. What brings to you a different brand? What do you think when you see Hermes? What do you think when you see Porsche? What do you see when you think about Patagonia? And what do you see when you think about Wolfskin? What's your emotion about the brand? What brings into your heart? Coherence. Is the image, the advertising, the communication, the color, the package, everything is coherent? Is everything on a way all the time the same? They never make a mistake. They cannot. Because people always hear. Always there is someone that's here. Details. What are the details of the brand? What you can see. For example, the LV. The LV in the Louis Vuitton. That's the detail. Enhance uniqueness. So timeless and coherence, both together making the luxury brand. So luxury sustainability. Now we go for the other two terms. Luxury, quality, status, high value, great in society, durable, lifetime companion. When I say that, I mean, for example, if you buy a product that is very expensive, besides a car that maybe one day is going to break and you're going to have to fix it, but besides that, when you buy a bag, you don't throw away a bag that costs 10,000. You pass it over. You pass for your daughter, you pass for wherever one it goes. So if you pass, it's durable. It's a lifetime companion and has a story and brings you good emotion. So the money is invested was good because it was expensive, it is, but you work for that. If you work for that, you pay it. It's all about who is your target. Waste. They try to waste less because everything that they put on the product costs too much. And when they put the price high, of course they have a high profit. But everything that they put there, it is not bad. It is very good quality and it is durable. So they try to minimize because the waste is money for them also. And the heritage. When you think about Hermes, when you think about the craftsman that makes these bags, they are in the company for 20, 40 years. They know how to make these bags, how to cut the leather, the way is so precise. Because nowadays, they are maybe not very young, but the owner, the founders, they believe on their work. They pay a lot for these guys, because to teach someone new to do this is going to take ages. So it's better to pay someone and keep with someone paying properly, good wages, fair wages. Doesn't matter which company, if it is small or big, fair wages. Sustainability, consciousness. So you do and you know what you are doing. You know that you want to try to make the world better. I say make the world better. I don't say save the world. I don't think nobody saved the world. We try to do as much as we can to make this world better and pollute, minimize waste, recycle, do any action that makes this world better than it is. But save the world, it is a marketing, for me it's a greenwashing. It's on the way that people is trying to put information in your head that it is not very clear and it's just buy. It's like my product is 100% sustainable. No, unless you produce inside of your garage without no shipping and you don't have anyone that buy your product outside of your suburb that you can deliver. If it is that, it's 100% sustainable. But if you needed to post it, well, there's gas. If you need to ship it, there's oil. So that is another marketing greenwashing. My product is 100% sustainable. No, my product is almost 100% sustainable. Be clear, be honest, it is better. Nobody's gonna check this, but I really get a little bit pissed off with the brands that says that. I really get annoying, actually. Necessity. So when you talk about sustainability, it comes a little bit of cultural. So you want this product because you help someone or you help the environment. In a way that becomes a necessity for both. For you that buys and for the other person that you are trying to help. So this person gets a better wages, keep their job, and becomes a necessity on the whole environment. Okay, good point. However, is this necessity the way you want to try to sell? Or is this necessity the way you want to try to communicate it in the product, in the material, in the communication? That's always my question. If you can put this necessity on your product and explain on your product that when you sell this, when someone buys this, you are helping someone or you are doing this, it's in the core business. If it is not, it becomes a little bit under the rug. Extra value. So sustainability always has an extra value. You buy, you pay more expensive, from higher price because it's not because it's sustainable. It is because we have a very big problem with suppliers. For example, when I was trying to make my bag some pieces with leather, organic leather, I tried to call many suppliers in Germany, and I discovered that the only supplier for organic leather was in Germany, however, one, and another one in Switzerland. Okay, let's try, but I know that Switzerland is going to be more expensive. Yeah, of course it was. But I want a very thin leather, and it was costing me 350 euros the square meter. And the normal leather, 8 euros. I said, who I should buy? So I gave up about the leather that time because it was impossible, but they do not have competitors. If they do not have competitors, they put the price as they want. So you have two, in Germany, what in Switzerland, that's great. So sometimes I always think about it like this. When I was doing the masters, everyone in the class want to be a fashion designer. Okay. However, I had a teacher, the marketing teacher said to me like this: it's beautiful to be a fashion designer, to create things and blah, blah, blah. But if you do not know how to promote your products and know how to market your products, you're not going to sell it and you're going to be just another fashion designer. Do you know how many fashion designers there is in this world? I said, yeah. And I said, so you are better in marketing. If I were you, I would go for the marketing because you are not good in design. I was like, uh-huh. And I was like, after a while, I realized that I focus on the marketing strategy, put the design on the side. However, I have a peculiarity that I like things that look good. So I was always paying attention on the design. When is the other way around, when you do not have a background in marketing, but you have the background in fashion, how do I do that? I hire someone, well, it's a way. If you do not know how to do it, delegate it. Wash your hands and give to someone. Because it is not just your product that's gonna sell, unless you have a Porsche in front of you, but even though you're gonna have all the engineers behind. So you need to know how to delegate it. I tell you because when I think about myself, I have to do so many things on my own and I get crazy. So it's not possible. There is a time that you just want someone to answer your email, someone to answer your message, to call the design, to call it, delegate it. Do one thing by the time. And if you are very good on design, do the design, ask someone, try to make arrangements, make a cooperation, that's the best. I really believe in cooperations. Make someone part of your business, not your partner, but your business arrangement. You're gonna pay the person a little bit as a commission, just to help you with the marketing. They do not need to be your employee. They need to be your partner on this project, on this activity for 1 month, for 3 months, for 7 months, but don't pay badly just because the person is not your employee, yeah? Otherwise, there is no fair. And I always used to say, when I was doing design, my teacher used to say to me like this. He was a designer, said, if you know how to make the drawings, that because you are a fashion designer, but you do not know how to sew, how do you do it? So you have a wedding dress that costs $10,000, and you just did your drawing. And you charge the bride $10,000, and you need someone, a seamstress, to make your dress. How much do you give to the seamstress? She just got your paper. A lot of people is gonna give $2,000 and get $8,000 for themselves. He told me once, give half. Half you, half that. Without her, you do not know how to do it. Without her, your drawing is just a paper. So you pay properly and she doesn't leave you. Because next time, maybe you have 5 dresses, and if she leaves you, you have just five drawings. So if you do not know how to do it, delegate it, pay properly, and keep people around. Community service. So community service, in my opinion, goes with consciousness. So when you make your business and you make the whole marketing strategy, and you have a kind of social approach, it is not all the sustainable brands that has a social approach. Some has really CSR activities, others is just the material that is organic or ecological or fair trade, but they do not have organization and NGO that they support. They just pay their employees, being a craftsmanship or not. But when you do it, communicate it. Target, like to know what you are doing. For example, Tom's. Tom's is a company that everybody knows for the shoes, and everybody knows that you buy one shoes and that someone gets another shoes. Someone gets another shoes. They never said someone gets a shoes for the same price that you pay these shoes. Can you see the difference? A shoes. It can be a sandal, can be a boots, can be a used boots, can be any shoes. I'm not lying. I'm just saying shortly. Actually, it is always better make shorter than make long stories. Because when you make long stories, 1, you are lying. 2, you get confused. And when you get confused, people catch you. And when you are lying, someone knows, maybe catch you also. So straight and short, better. So, and it comes to storytelling. So storytelling is exactly this. You do something good, You make a story, a true story, make a video, make something that people can see what you are doing, because just saying, there's too much greenwashing in this market. Everybody says that they are doing something, but on the other way around, I do not know if they are doing. I do not like it to talk about greenwashing, about brands that I know that are doing this, but there are plenty. And without saying examples, I would say it is not because you buy a soft drink that says now this is sustainable, that they're sustainable. That means that maybe they took the sugar from the soft drink. It's not all the sugar. They took 1/4. And now they make a big branding on top saying, we are now having sustainable activity, because nowadays it's trendy to be sustainable. It is the same to be vegan, the same to be organic, the same to be ecological. There is a kind of step. And sustainability now is a trend for the big business, because they saw it that if they do not follow, they're gonna get in trouble. So big brands decide to create products inside of their marketing strategy, but it's not working properly. Environmental friendly. So when you talk about environmental friendly, it is, I would say, products that is environmental friendly is that they do not go against the environment, or they really improve the situation that the environment is. For example, there are some companies that they take the trash from the oceans, and they have all volunteers, and they take the trash from the oceans and they make this trash a new textile, usually plastic, and they sell these products later. How they do that? They think that it's better to cleanse all the ocean, the sands and all around, because there are too much trash there. This is environmental friendly also. You take what is already there. It is not that you are improving something new. You are making, of course, they are making a new textile. However, it is not something new that they are doing. Recycling. Well, that's, I think everybody knows. In Germany, I think we are the king of recycling. I believe that in Germany, we have a very good system for that. And when I came here, I came from Australia, and compared with Australia, Australia are very far away on the recycling, very, very far away, as much as they really are into the sustainability because of their past. And but we don't have the system in the supermarkets with the bottles, which is very intelligent. And we have a very big problem with the environmental friendly products and the garbage and these things. So I think this is another point. When you go to upcycling fashion, you go all the way around, you use the waste that you have at home on a textile to improve, to make a new product and sell it again. It's difficult, it is. It's not my type of stuff, but there are people that do great things with upcycling. I just think for me it's too difficult to disassemble and assemble something new that looks good. Because the most important thing, it is not what you do. You can do whatever you want. Just needs to look good, otherwise people don't buy it. And that's a waste of your time. You waste so much time to disassemble, to reuse the textile, what is great, to make something new, but at the end it doesn't look good. If it doesn't look good, does look good just for you or for your best friend, do not look good. It needs to look good for more than 5, 10 people. Needs to, sometimes you need to go on the street and people that you do not know stop to tell you, where did you buy this t-shirt? Or where did you buy these shoes? That's when you think that is good. Your family, your mother, your boyfriend, and your best friend doesn't count. Because I know this. So when you put these two big columns together, I separate some words, extra words that could summarize. In both of them, you have craftsmanship. So sustainability and luxury works with craftsmanship. Doesn't matter which material you are doing. Things made by hand, things made that is unique, that is just 20, 100, 300. If the company is too big, 300 is nothing. But if a company is small, 300 is a lot. So it all depends on the size of your company. Noble materials. You need to get the best that you can get. If you want to get the attention to get something different, it is not just making another organic t-shirt. We get on the point that people say, why should I buy this t-shirt just because it's organic and it costs 4 times more than a normal t-shirt? This target, you're going to say, that's not my target. Maybe yes. The problem is for him, he's thinking about the price. And when you think about this, okay, this person doesn't have the money. So you go to the other side. You go for the people that work with like luxury as bags, as Chanel bags. They do not like it as well, things that doesn't look good. And the price is not a problem anymore. So if it doesn't look good, they are not going to buy and they have the money to buy. So what's the problem? The design. And that's, for me, the most big problem in sustainability nowadays. We have great products, great textile, creative ideas. Some have a very good marketing strategy, business opportunity, all this. But the design is a catastrophe. The design is just another product. The design is not well finished. The design, it is not well packaged. But the price is that. No. You want to put the price that, you put all back. Otherwise, you cannot. Emotional attachment. What is this? Emotional attachment is when you want to buy something that is very expensive, you need to think. Unless you are very rich and you can take your credit card and buy. But usually people think. So they think for 3-4 months, save this money, and in these 3-4 months saving money, they are already thinking, should I buy, should I not buy, should I buy, should I not buy, what this product give to me? Okay, let's get on the other way around. When I get this product that I work for 3 months to pay that, is this making me be part of one part of this group that has this product? Is this group just a luxury group? Or is this group the sustainable group? Can I put them together? Can I work and I buy this product and be part of the sustainable group that buys a better product with design? Yes, you can. Where are the products? Show me. I have the credit card now, I want to buy it. Where are the products? That's the point. Focus on the design. Unicity. You get the emotional, you get the best materials. They are made by hand or almost totally by hand. Sometimes you finish in machines. But you have something similar in the market. Okay, what do I do when I have something similar in the market? We're going to have to improve some of the other stuffs because you have competitors. When you have competitors, you're going to have to find a way to communicate this on the product, not just on the communication. The communication comes with the product. You cannot communicate without having a good product, otherwise you're communicating wrongly. And if you can get all this and you started to say, okay, I have this little thing that nobody has. How many handcraft bags has on this word? Many. Many. From Africa, from India, from England, many. What is your approach? What do you have the difference? Find something. Bring this to your brand. Bring something new. So now I have this movie, and you're gonna see, this is a movie from Cartier. I just wanted that you pay attention. It's a very short. All the DNA and the codes, there is all of them in this movie. How Cartier try to work with their DNA and their codes on their movies, on their advertisings, or in their shop, because that's their branding. People have to see both together. They do not know that this exists. But the marketing people, when they made this movie, when they made the package, when they made the decoration on the shop, they put all there. Needs to be, because the people that knows, gonna say it. For example, everyone knows that the Tiffany box comes with a ribbon. If it is not there, what's happened? You don't have money anymore to put it? Something's wrong. You know, there's little details that just people that goes there, they know. And they know. You think that they don't, but they do. So, yeah? Or not? Ah.
Cartier.
Okay, so now I'm gonna say if you could see some DNAs and some codes on this movie. DNAs, the heritage. The Cartier is a brand like Burberry. They have the kings and the queens. You can see castles on the movie. You can see the color, the red. Can you see the woman was dressing a red dress? Why? Because the box is red. Why do you have the penta? Because the penta is one of the famous jewelry in Cartier. And the penta is the animal that represents Cartier. Why they have the dragon? The dragon is a Chinese. Who are the most important targets from Cartier? Chinese. So they have to put something that they like you. And the other things that they have, the airplane. The most famous watch from Cartier is the Aviator. That was the representation of Saint-Dumont. All these subliminal images, communication, all these little details, and Paris on the back. And the rings, the romance with the penta, bringing the ring for the women. Cartier is a symbol of romance. Cartier is a symbol when you get married, the men usually buy the ring from Cartier. So you need to make this scenario of princes, and Chinese love this scenario. It is all about marketing, but it's all there in one little movie. And when you see now a little bit of their communication, some advertisements, maybe they are not going to have the tiger. But sometimes they do, but sometimes they just have something red, sometimes they have the penta, sometimes it's the famous jewelry is the penta, and they have a watch called penta also, and the women watch, and but the man is the aviator. So that's what you have to pay attention on the luxury brands, and you can take this from your brand to your brand, but you need to create it. You need to create who are going to be your codes and what is going to be your DNA. The DNA is you, what you want to say it, what you're going to show it. But the codes has to be there all the time. If you are not there, people need to see you miles away. It's like a tattoo. You can just see the person in the back. If you know this person, you know that this person in the back without t-shirt is that. That's the code. Pay attention on this and put on your brands. Try to take something that is so you or so your brand and put it there. It needs to be there all the time, in a different way, in a different communication, but do not change it. One day I want the package blue, the other day I want the package pink, the other day I want to... No, unless it's a special occasion. Okay, my package is black all the time, but now it's Valentine's Day, I want to pick a special edition, the package is red. Okay, but it's just one day or 1 month, whatever. Finish. Don't make the target confused. They get confused easily, and they do not recognize your product in the market, and there are too many products, and they look, it's not, buy other. Is that what you want after you build all this? No, don't change too much. Big brands don't change it. The ones that change it, they bankrupt, or they are very bad in their legs, even their luxury. So the little red box. Some of the characteristics that I think Cartier has. Audacity. The person that buys the Cartier wanna shows that she's romantic. She has the audacity to show this in a ring, in a watches, or in some bracelets, but there's an image that the brand carries. It's part of their DNA. Power. They are powerful. They put a tiger as their animal. That's the most, they're not putting a rabbit. They want to show power. They don't want to show a cutie. That's important. That's for your logo. If you want to show yourself as a powerful or as an edgy company, you're not going to put a rabbit, yeah? Rabbit is not edgy. This is cutie. But if your target is to be cutie, okay. Reference of quality. Everyone knows the Cartier has quality. For watches and for rings, we have the 3 rings that calls Cartier. The 3 rings together with the 3 different golds. And that's the reason how was all the rings as well on top of the mountain. Love. As I said, Cartier is famous too for wedding rings. Royalty. Cartier also is like, as I said, as Burberry. That's the reason there was the castles, to have the heritage behind. The reason that they have the carriage on the middle of the snow to show that they came from on the 18th century. Generosity. That's a little bit of marketing. I don't think Cartier is too much generosity, but they need to have something good to show. So that's some of the codes. As I said, what's this? This is the Aviator. This is the watch, the Penta. They call it Penta. That's the Penta. That's the Cartier. The 3 rings together. The Penta pendant. The dragon for the Chinese. The ring again. The logo with the 2 C's. The founders. And the little box with the red ribbon. And they have 3 brothers. There is the founders, and they have the beginning, 3 big branches in England, in France, and US. And each brother went to there to take care. Different countries, different targets. We are 3. That's how we're gonna start. That's the way they did, and that was the beginning. They had 3 big markets, but nowadays it's China. So Cartier nowadays is doing a lot of corporate social responsibility, but they do not say it. Luxury brands do not say what they do. You're gonna have to go to their website and check. They are doing for 2 reasons. One reason, because they cannot be behind of the small brands that can do what they are doing in a small scale. However, maybe they do not have enough money to use the best materials. However, they cannot lose their target in a company that values billions. For that, they need to create things. However, they do not like to show, because when they show, people talk about, and they do not want to be famous because they make charity. They want to be famous because they make good products, period. You make the good products, you do the charity on the side, it's part of your business, but you do not say it. And that's what they do. They have a lot of action. Gucci has a lot of actions also. Burberry now having some. They all have it, but nobody knows, because they don't say it. Because if something goes wrong, all their billions of dollars company reputation goes wrong also. So they do not say it, but if you check it, and if people that is from the company, social responsibility companies to check, it is there, open for being checked. They're not gonna put in a newspaper, tomorrow we're gonna have a charity sponsored by Gucci. No. Never. You're never gonna see this. Unless you are part of the friends of the owners. Maybe you're gonna know when you're gonna go, but usually they do not say it. So they have their business ethics. So as I said, it is complicated for them to show too much what they are doing and maybe be misunderstood. So it's better to just do it, and if you wanna know, you're gonna find out. Social performance. So they are afraid to do something wrong that doesn't work out, and their image goes down. If their image goes down, everything that they built before goes down also. So they try to do small actions, social actions, do not promote. If it's really good, goes well, they do more, but they keep quiet. You can see also for their communication in advertising in magazines, they do like to shock some, like for example, Dolce & Gabbana. But they shock with the reactions and body action on the picture. Some clothes are okay, a little bit edgy, but some are not. Why they do that? Because everybody knows that Dolce & Gabbana is not a very quiet owners. Armani is quiet. But Dolce & Gabbana no, so they need to follow the personality. That's the personality of the owner. So the brand follows. And if they do something too crazy in social performance, because they want to follow my personality that I'm too crazy, I'm going to do a social performance that is a little bit more funky. If it goes wrong, it goes all wrong. It's better do something small. Small, try with a little bit here, a little bit there. If it works out, you do it again. And they do the same. Environmental performance. So for them, it's very difficult because for us, for small brands, we do not have this too much checking. Of course, we have the greenwashers, but on the big brands, they have the big people checking everything. So that's the reason also that they do not promote. Because when they do something, it has to be totally 100% there. Because if someone comes from the Greenpeace, someone from any environmental company, they want to check if the leather that they are using is really organic, and when entering the factory and shows that it is not. Imagine the catastrophe. And all the news that what they promote, they divulgated was not true. They already have to lead with people that goes to India, to China, to wherever they go, saying that people are sleeping under the couch and to make their products. So it's better to do it right. Small but right. So, and here there are some examples. They have the charitable foundation. They have the other foundation for the haute horlogerie. That is a school that teaches people how to make watches because they are smart enough to teach these people to, after that, work inside of the company. But becomes a free of charge kind of university. And they have a Women's Initiative Award, so they do give awards for projects that women's do, and is sponsored by Cartier. So why luxury fits in sustainability? There are not too many. So that means that if unique, there is not too many, I want it. Why I want it? Because there's not too many, because it's unique. And is this important? No, but there's not too many, again, people having this product, so I want it. It's all about uniqueness. It is all about how many people is gonna get it. As soon as this product starts to be copied, nobody wants it. As soon as this product has just 200 pieces, everyone wants it. Even the Chinese or normal customer like me, you guys. Everybody wants something that is just 10 pieces. You can use the scarcity to help countries that needs development. If your product, of course, is inside of this country, or if your product helps the workers that makes your products. If it does not, it is not in the same level, and you cannot approach this sustainable development approach. The difference between scarcity and rarity. Rarity, it's luxury. Scarcity is one day maybe finished. And if it is finished, you can help it with actions to help this country that produce, or these workers that produce, to make the life better, helping the development. But the rarity, it is the uniqueness of a big amount of product, a small amount of product, small edition, rarity. So rare. A transmutation of scarcity. If you put both together, scarcity and rarity, you put rare. They are together. There are not too many, and they are unique. Luxury is able to foster sustainability because of the high symbolic power, target, and visibility. So when you do put all these two characters plus the other ones that I said before, you can still make it the amount of symbologic codes and DNA on your brand. Sustainability on the core of the luxury brands. And this, I would say, sustainability is on the core of your business brands. If your brand is not a luxury brand, on your business brands. That doesn't work if you have a t-shirt or a jeans or a jacket brand and the whole marketing, there's no sustainability approach and the only thing you have is the organic textile. It's a good point to have. It's at least you are doing good with the textile, you're helping one part of the environment and the workers and blah, blah, blah. How you communicated this has to be also. If you do not do this, you are again just another brand with the organic material. And that's we have too many. So when you do this, when you put the sustainability on the core business, you preserve the heritage, you get innovation, something flawless for the future generation, so something that they really gonna enjoy to keep as a vintage. And it's a crisis survival. What's a crisis survival? Nowadays, everyone knows that the luxury brands are bankrupt. Prada is an example. It's beautiful, it's expensive, it still has a big name, it's still very valuable. However, they have a big hole on their bank account also, because they are not selling, they are not innovating, they are just focused on the vintage products, that's their image, that's their personality, and their heritage. But they are not doing anything for the future generations, and this came with a crisis on the brand image and money. So the luxury brands realize that they need to change, because the small brands are taking some of their customers, the ones that already have money, and usually I call the baby boomers and the generation Y. So they really know what is important for them in terms of sustainability. So they prefer to pay more, but pay for a product that helps in the environment. So the problem for them is not money anymore. They have the money to pay, but they want something that is good, that has design, that helps the environment, and has a good package, and blah, 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 blah. You have all this, you took them, the customer from them. They do not want that. So they are changing. That's the reason Cartier is doing a lot of sustainable actions. That's why Burberry is doing. That's the reason that other brands are doing, because small brands are taking their customers. The ones that are ready, money is not important, but they are important with what the brand does. But they have so much money that they prefer to buy something that looks good. And I heard so many times the customer saying, I want to buy this jacket or I want to buy this bag, but it doesn't look very well made. The target gone. So he had the money. I do not know how much was your bag, but maybe it was the price that he would pay, not cheap, but he thought that it's not very well made. And to change this, it is very difficult. It's very, very difficult. It's better to start on top, even if it is not perfect at the beginning, so you put just one product in the market. Like, for example, my bags, when I started, I still needed to put a lot of changes. That was all samples. But after 1 year without doing anything with the bags improving, I decided to use it on my own and see the problems. And after now, I'm going to change, because it's not ready yet. And if it's not ready yet, I needed to change before I put the price, before I put in the market to sell and not having complaints. I do not want someone bring me back. So now I'm going to talk about a little bit how I start with all this about luxury and how I put this on my brand. So when I decided to work with Craftsmanship, I said to myself, okay, I made the research. The Craftsmanship has these 3 big products, the souvenirs, the interior, and the bags. Which part I want to be? I said, I don't want to be souvenir, and I'm not interior. So I just have one option. I have just the premium. Premium is so expensive. How am I going to do this? So I found this material that calls golden grass. It's really a grass. It's from Brazil. It grows just in one place, in one state in Brazil. So I got the uniqueness. As soon as I got the uniqueness, I realized that I got another big point on the brand that was the color. So I got one code that was the gold. Yeah, grass, it calls golden grass, but it's not green. It is gold. Why is gold? Because it's unique, because it's the way it becomes gold after 1 year. Why? There is no why. There was no explanation until now. It's just in this place grows this grass, and with rainwater, no chemicals, no pesticides, no nothing, becomes gold. So I got the uniqueness, I got the code that was Gala, and I got a material that was very different and rare. And this is a little bit of geography. So when you see in the middle here in the map, that is in the center of Brazil, is a state called Tocantins. That's the place where you can find this material. And in the whole Tocantins, there is just one place. Where is this? In the Jalapão here. In the Jalapão, you can find all the places that you can find this material, and this is a road map of all the villages. And when you go to the map, the world map, you can see all the red dots. It is endemic hotspots on the world. So what means endemic hotspots on the world? You have a big amount of fauna and flora that's dying. They're dying, and if you do not do actions to improve these areas, we're gonna miss a lot of flowers, a lot of fauna, and a lot of medicaments, a lot of perfumes, and a lot of other textiles and animals. And for lucky, my material is one of in this area, red light area here. So I got the sustainable development. Deforestation in the biome. So it's considered one of the endemic biome on the world, the Cerrado, and we have just a deforestation 1.5% per year. And the conservation areas is just 4.1. So when you think about this, that we have a few reds, and the reds are quite big, we need to do actions that improve. Otherwise, it is not just the Amazon forest that is already great part destroyed that we're gonna lose, because this area is not close to it's close, but it's not in the Amazon. So it's an extra biome that we have. So, and we have 330 species used in medicine, in perfumes, and in cosmetics. So when you think about this, it is not fashion just that needs this. L'Oreal needs plants. Pharmacy needs these plants to make the creams, to make the medicines. So when you think about this, you think about cooperation. You think about to make as much as more people around you to help you with your target, with your product, to improve your idea, because you are not able to understand about medicine or pharmacy or any other thing that you need. Cooperation. You cannot do things alone. When you see the material, this is a little bit of the place where they live. So you can see the houses are very, very in a bad condition, and they are very poor. So that was me with the children when I spent some time there during the research time. and learning a little bit of the techniques, but it's very difficult. They have 100 years of traditional making this, so it is better leave on their hands. I try to do it, and I could learn a little bit, but it's not that easy. And this is a little bit of stuff that's interior decoration and some other kinds of bags that they make and vase, some kind of things that you can do with this material. So in that way, I decide, okay, I can recreate the gap. I can use the luxury strategies inside of my product and try to bring these codes and this DNA in my marketing strategy, in my brand. So I decided that I want to work with a collaborative production. As I said, I cannot do anything on my own. I need people that have knowledge that I don't have, and I don't have time to learn this knowledge. So when you need it, you pay, and that's it. They give you the material, they give you the knowledge, they improve your product, or they cooperate with their name behind, whatever, it's on your strategy. And when you do this, it's a win-win, and an exchangeable creativity, a win-win situation. They get happy, and you get happy. Both are like this, and you get a better product, because the things are exchangeable. Builds long-term relationships. As I said, if you pay properly, you have good relationship in different markets, and they are there when you need it. And if you have a new idea, or if they have a new idea and you approve this idea, you are exchanging ideas, but still working together. So always look around on your networking and see if you can improve the product range, or you can improve the textile range, or maybe the color of something, the package can come from a different place that you think that you never thought about it, but everything, any content can make a difference. And with this, you get a speed of response. When you have a long-term relationship with a supplier, it's gonna be forever. If you pay them properly, they deliver properly, and you have a good product, why should I change? Unless it's not useful for me in that moment anymore. But you keep them here. It's a good contact. And with this, I decided that I want a sustainable luxury. I don't want to be a sustainable souvenir. And I was not on the decoration. So I said, okay, I'm going to premium. Premium, expensive, so I'm going to have to make these bags look good on a way that people want to buy for a higher price. I need to put in a package, and this, and this, and this. And after I said, okay, how do I put the social side on this brand? On the way that is showing, on the way that I do not need to talk about too much, on the way that is there when people is going to look it up. I decided to work with livelihood creation, as you saw, the way they live, the way at their houses. So one of parts of my project that is not for now, because I need to build these relationships, money and everything, is create a craftsmanship center there. And this center is gonna help all these craftsmen to improve their abilities, help their health, because I've been there and a lot of them complain about some health problems. And this is gonna be paid for me, or making arrangements with long-term relationships to exchange knowledge, doctors and my brands and blah, 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 to try to make this to make this work, and on a way that I don't need to say too much. It's gonna be there. And endemic hotspots, as I said, I found a market niche that my product already grows on an endemic hotspot. So this I didn't have to do too much. So key offers, so I offer a product design innovation, and that's my what. What do I offer? Bags? No. Yeah, bags for everyone. That's the final product. What has behind your product? What you show in the product? What is more than the real material, real t-shirt? So product design innovation, because when I went there, they do the same kind of bags and bijou for 100 years. Maybe they changed a few times. But I went there and I decided to do a lot of things that didn't work out. I want to do some crazy ideas, and they say, no, Renata, this doesn't work it out, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, this breaks, okay, so let's change another way. But I try, but I believe on their ability. They know how to use the material. We tried, it don't work, let's do something similar. That was their idea. And I said, but I agreed and worked it out close by what I was looking for. Exchangeable. That's what I'm saying, co-creation. You create with your suppliers, we create with your craftsmen, so you create with anyone that is inside. You don't do things alone. So the company's social responsibility is my social aspect about the livelihood creation and the endemic hotspot. And the resources conservancy is it's as well related with the endemic hotspots, but it's more because the grass is just in one place. And because it's just one place, I needed to teach them how to keep this grass alive, how to improve the amount, how to do this in a way that they get more money. Because if they do things wrongly, they lose money also, and I lose money. So if I do this properly, I teach them how to do the things the way I want it. I keep my business on the grain part, and they get more grain. So everyone wins. So and after separating the areas, yeah. So the product design go to the design strategy, the CSR went to the marketing strategy, and the resource conservancy went in the sustainable partnerships. So as I said, the longer-term relationship. How I do this? I improve the sustainable development of the country, the city, the workers. I save the natural resource scarcity, so I help the biome to stay alive. I help them to get more money and not be starving, not having to ask money too much to the government. And I save craftsmanship heritage. They have 100 years of traditional, and we need to save this. So the consumer, 66% of the customer prefer to buy services from companies that have programs to give back to society. And 51%, they want to reward responsible companies with their business. So this is research from Nielsen from last year, if I'm not wrong. But it means that people are engaged in buy something that is good for the environment. As I said, some of these they do not buy because they didn't find yet products that are good on their bill enough for spending so much money on that. If you are able to give, you're gonna find your target. The consumer motivation, what makes the sustainable behavior? Price, of course, first, how much I can pay for that? Quality, if I pay this price, is it that good enough? What this came from? What's your brand? Goal, support, what this having? Is it still your ODs related with the aesthetic in total, not just brand, product aesthetic, the brand aesthetic, the behavior, the social, everything. Money, so is this money that I pay for this bag, for this jacket, is doing something extra? Are you using this for social? Are you using this for just to use an organic material? Or are you using this to help the environment to recycle? What do you do with this money? Status. Am I buying this product because I want to have just the status or be part of a society that is considered conscious? Why I buy this? Usually it's because they want to be part of the society, the conscious society. They like to be part. Is exclusivity, this society, there are not too many people. Is their personal opinion, so they do because they want it, because they believe in something. It is a necessity for them to do now, not later, to save some of the future generations, including their children's or other people. And, of course, the environmental impact. China is 30% of the global luxury market, as I said, and Cartier 70 to 75%, Prada 38%, Gucci 37%, and Bottega Veneta and Burberry 35%. Of course, there are more other nationalities, but the Chinese are the big amount of customer from these luxury brands, and it's natural that they're gonna make a lot for them. And I have one sentence here: luxury products are dreams that recharge brands' values. This dream sits upstream of the purchase. It's a brand universe that involves desires and identity. So when you think about this, you think about everything that I said, everything what you can improve your brand, and see if you can attach this. And just very quick and finishing, so that was my mood board for the bags. So the whole design approach was related with Bauhaus Ballet. So I have the ballet for Oskar Schliemann, and they were presented the first time in Stuttgart. And when they presented, they were all related with circles and numbers and synchronicity and a little bit of 3-3-3. They used to say that we have 3 ballerinas with 6 costumes, so 2 each, and after when they change it, so at the end, all what they did with the numerology end up on 3. So I'm a little bit of superstitious, and when I found out this, I thought it was very interesting, and they have these circles. These drawings are not mine, okay? It's from Bauhaus, just to let you know. And it's all related. So that's one of the bags that you can see here. That's the other one. That's another one. And that's another one that has a lining. And that's it. And luxury is about consummation, but long-term value preposition. That's all. I don't know if someone have a question or...
Does anybody have any questions? Everything is clear?
I don't know.
Okay, usually a lot of people are just shy to ask questions. Thank you very much, Renata, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for your amazing presentation. It's great to see that the fashion industry, one of the oldest, most stubborn, can actually change.
They can.
So thank you very much for showing that there's a willingness to change across the board. So thank you.
Thank you.